Hi, folks. Welcome back to Pop Pop Fizzle. I'm Jeff.
I'm Heidi.
And we are back to watch DC Universe Stargirl. We are on episode, what are we on now? Five? Six?
Five.
Okay.
We're on episode 5.
Five. Entitled The Justice Society. So I'm excited to see what this episode has in it. Now, last time, Heidi, what did we spend our time with Stargirl doing?
We spent our time talking to Our Man's son and the new Captain / Dr. Midnight.
That's right. So the previous Hour Man, Rex Tyler, we saw that his son was being raised by his unscrupulous uncle. So Rick has grown up in kind of a bad situation, not become necessarily
very heroic
the best
at all.
Kid.
No.
But that he's been gifted his dad's hourglass. Which is, again, a different origin story from the comics, but that's fine. And then we met the new Dr. Midnight, which is, what's her name again?
Oh, no, Bethany.
Bethany, that's right. It was back playing in the back of my head. But
I just couldn't remember.
I started to say Beth, and it just didn't sound right. Bethany, and Bethany kind of got the short shrift last week.
She did. You know what?
Not really ready for her to join the ranks, but I think she's here to stay, and I hope they give her a shot at that.
I hope so too. I know that they're playing her as really annoying, but like I feel bad for her. She is, just trying to be a friendly person and just is kind of awkward about it. It's okay.
And honestly, if someone being friendly and kind is annoying to you, you might want to rethink your priorities a little bit.
For sure.
I mean, I get it, but that's just because I'm cynical. But we also saw that Pat has figured out that Courtney took the stuff from the JSA, so he now knows that she's putting a team together,
or at least probably suspects it.
Yeah, so we should see the ramifications of some of that. Hopefully, this episode as well.
Yeah. Okay, well, if you like this sort of content, we would love for you to go ahead and hit that thumbs up.
Man, she went right in and jumped in on that.
I
Absolutely.
did.
And consider subscribing to the channel. We love it when you do that. We also love having conversations with you. Several of you have been replying down in the comments. We like that. Like having conversations there and hearing what you think about these episodes.
Yeah.
The truth is that we watch the shows that we think will be fun to watch, and we hope that people will join us watching it. But we always like to hear what you think because everybody's different. Everybody has different favorite characters.
Sure.
Every character is somebody's favorite character. I mean, that's just kind of how it works, right?
Always.
You read a book and you don't think about some secondary character in the book, but then you talk to somebody about the book and they're like, oh, that was my favorite character in the whole thing. You're like, really?
How?
That guy? With the wart and the bad tooth that whistled when he talked, really is your favorite character? But everybody's got a favorite character. So we want to hear what you think. Who are you drawn to in this show so far? We've made a few comments about Courtney not quite being at her peak yet. That's okay. She's just starting out as a hero.
Yeah, she's like 5 weeks in tops.
Yeah,
so
and
it's okay.
Yeah, and then we're seeing what makes a good team is people with different sort of perspectives and talents and strengths. And so definitely Yolanda is showing that she maybe is a little bit stronger in the common sense, we don't know what we're doing department.
Yeah.
And probably willing to more listen to some training tips and that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe between all of them, they're going to find a rhythm. That's what I'm hoping for. And really excited to see where this series goes.
Yeah, same.
So without any further ado, we're going to jump down into this episode now. If you are interested in the full version of this reaction, you can find that on Patreon. The link will always be down in the description for that if you're interested there. All right, so here we go, jumping into Justice Society. All the problems that you have with people playing violin on camera or people doing medical things, I'm sure football players have a problem with these kinds of scenes.
For sure. Like, you don't do that at the end zone at practice.
Brian, what the hell? What? That was a late hit and you know it.
Seemed like you went down pretty easy. Maybe you shouldn't be on this team.
Why? Because I'm a girl?
Nah, just don't think you're that good.
That was a late hit, coach.
Yours was later.
I'm carrying this team and you know it.
Bench.
Well, pretty sure most kids can't talk to their coaches that way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fun.
Mr. Croc? Mrs. Brooks? Hey. I want to see Artemis on that field just as much as you do.
So this is
One of her own teammates.
was the gamesman? I can't remember.
She gets it from her mother. She's a real firefighter. firecracker.
Look out.
True. I do have my moments, hun.
Mm.
Hey, coach.
Let's see how you like being taken out of the game.
Seems excessive for a sports dispute. You know,
Given how
sports master, games master.
really,
Can't remember his name.
but
Bad at that one.
given that a lot of parents are really overboard with their kids' sports, it's not surprising.
I thought we were in this together, Courtney. I really did.
Pat, we are in this together, but
We're all
need
in
help if we're going to stop
this
injustice.
together.
We need to form a new JSA.
And you've obviously already started.
Mm-hmm. Kind of.
Starting.
The Hour Man's costume, but no hourglass. You gave it to Rick Harris, didn't you?
Kind of.
Okay, this is serious. You put these kids in real danger. You need to get everything you took back.
I can't just take the hourglass from Rick. It belonged to his dad.
I'll talk to Rick. You get Dr. Midnight's goggles and Wildcat's costume, and you bring them back here. Do you understand that?
Pat, I can't just
Or
take...
do you want your new friends to wind up like Joey Zarek?
Oh.
Do you?
Yeah, these villains are playing for
I know you
keeps.
don't respect me much, Courtney, but I thought it was more than this.
It'd be awkward if there was like a life-size ice sculpture of his wife laying in the bed over there.
Very awkward. I can't read that.
Anaya Boa and the gym rats are at it again.
Huh.
We're ready to get back in the game anytime.
I can't take much more of this town with its Rotary clubs and bake sales.
Finish cleaning this up. Then get your suits out of storage. We're both going back into action tonight.
If Ted Grant came back, then I have a chance too. That's what being a Wildcat really is. Thank you, Courtney. Thank you for picking me.
Oh. By the way,
Now they're going to break in to get your head in the game, right?
I've got to run. I'll text you later.
I guess not.
Your favorite novel?
You know, if you wear the goggles everywhere,
people
then you
will
don't
know.
have a secret identity.
Yeah.
We should download the movie.
Why don't we just burn this book while we're at it?
You're a real riot, Chuck.
I'll be here all week.
What does Don Tihate mean?
Business to talk about? No, nothing. All quiet. I'm just here to study for that history test. Good luck.
Thanks.
Hadonti? Hadonti.
It's like her new best friend slash boyfriend?
Is that as sad as it feels?
Mm-hmm.
You're so funny.
Totally sad.
You're a real riot.
You're like my best friend.
Uh-huh.
I need all the JSA stuff back. The costume, the goggles, everything.
That's all they have.
What? Why? Pat found out I took it, and he's so pissed.
You didn't tell him? So what? It's not up to Pat. This stuff isn't his in the first place.
I know, but
Does this mean I can't hang out with Chuck anymore?
Yep.
Being Wildcat is the only good thing that's happened to me in forever. I'm not giving you back the suit.
Yep.
Well, let's not be a baby about it.
Well,
I mean,
Don't make me say goodbye to Chuck.
it technically was Pat's because all those people left that stuff to him.
yeah.
You should leave the journal with me, Rick.
You? This was my dad's. I'm keeping it.
You need to leave it with me, the hourglass, too.
Why?
Because I don't think you're ready for it, Rick.
You don't know me any better than you knew my dad.
I know that he invented the hourglass, the power inside it. I also know how much he respected that power. I'm so proud of her.
Oh.
Which just means the parents made it.
Exactly.
But if we are going to do this, we need to protect our identities.
Does this mean I get a costume?
Yeah. Maybe.
I'd really like a costume.
Well, I mean, that's not bad.
You sure the gambler's in here?
Who comes up with these names?
I like him. Chuck says his signal's still active. So, yep. He's in there.
Is he even in the same place that they are?
Yeah, it's a really good question. Like I said, just because the signal's going doesn't mean he's there. Nope. It bounced. It's a trap.
Is he okay?
No.
Don't your goggles tell you that?
Yeah.
Okay.
But don't.
Keep them outside and keep them together so we can stay together.
Why are we turning your back on them?
Game time.
Stay down, kid.
I'll have the satellite access codes in less than 5 minutes.
Copy that.
You know, I knew the last guy who wore that outfit. He was a big dumb idiot too.
Yeah. Yeah, you have 0 training, kid. Just because you have the strength doesn't mean you can use it.
Yep. Come on, Yolanda, you're a boxer. Keep your guard up.
Yeah.
Nice transitions, though.
Yeah. Yeah, you're still just a kid. She's had years of training. What do you do? Costume helps, but still.
Nice moves, kid.
Good for you, kid. But that thing's heavy, huh?
Yeah, why did you warn him before you threw the car at him? Duh.
Hero shot.
Date night's over.
Pat should work for NASA.
I guess Court was right.
Duh. In over your heads?
More path than we thought.
Oh, that too.
Listen, I wanted to.
I know. Just thank God you showed up.
I mean, that's gotta be kind of frustrating.
So,
A little annoying.
a lot annoying.
Uh-huh.
They're going to get themselves killed.
Uh-huh.
I mean, that's my sentiment exactly.
3, 2, 1.
I see what you did there.
Feel for you.
But what were these satellite thingies? What did they need?
Well, they're these things that float out in space, and
Okay,
sometimes
thank you.
So then who are they?
Let's find out.
All right, and that is it for Stargirl episode 5 called Justice Society. Heidi, your thoughts?
Okay, they've got a team of 4/5/6. So I guess it's
You're counting
the
Chuck?
staff. I'm counting the staff.
Oh, you're counting the staff.
Oh
not the
gosh, then
goggles.
it's 7, isn't it?
Eh.
Okay. Anyway, okay, so I like this episode. Courtney swinging back into the idea that maybe she needs to be listening to Pat, which is fantastic. We were hoping for that, but again, acting, maybe it's a teenager. Sometimes they understand, and sometimes they don't. So it's okay.
Yeah, and very in keeping with that age group as well, including the inability to work together as a team or to think through a problem. That's very common, unfortunately.
Well, they never trained together,
we were all there at one time or another. These guys just have the added sort of responsibility of superheroes. But yeah, I liked where we landed here
for sure.
I like knowing that Games Master and Tigress are, part of the group. So that's a new information. We've seen,
Yeah, those
Sportsmaster doing his iron pumping thing. And
those two
taking
actors.
food from Pat and all that stuff. So now you understand him a little bit better.
Yeah, but those two actors were loving playing those characters.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was fantastic. It was so evil, but like, almost scene chewery sort of evil. It was but it was fun.
Yeah, it was like adult Mean Girls or something. They
Yeah.
were just punks. But yeah, definitely interested. Cool to see everybody in costume this week. And one of the things that I love about the show so far, as far as like, we've seen a couple of effects that were a little bit wonky, but I really like that when we see Stripe, that Stripe looks cool, and when we see him in the garage just standing there, that's a full-size prop that they made for this show.
Yeah, that's super cool.
So they're like literally able to walk up and touch it and stuff, which is cool because they just made the thing and then they made a computer model of the real thing that they could animate.
Yeah.
That makes it look so much better when they're using it than it could be otherwise. So kudos to them for doing a
great job, props department, for sure. I mean, so there wasn't a whole lot that surprised me about this episode. I think, Jeff, you could probably say the same. We were kind of calling things as they were happening.
Sure.
And, but it was still fun to see them happen. So I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, and I mean, technically they lost because the bad guys got what they wanted,
and they
but they held their own, so it wasn't as big a loss as I expected it to be.
Yeah, I was really expecting some injury or possibly even like life-threatening injury happening to one or more, but we got to give them a little bit of like hope that they can do this. So I suppose it's okay that they kind of held their own and that they were able to survive. Of course, Pat showing up at the last second helped, but we called that as well. So it was fun.
Yeah, I'm really liking Luke Wilson as this character.
Yes, he's so much fun.
I've always liked Luke Wilson, but I think this is a fun character for him because he gets to be the hero, but really it's more of a dad figure to these other heroes. And I think that's a really cool place to land for him. And he's such a genuine seeming guy that it works really well for him to be a little bit cheesy and a little dad-like. So, and there's nothing more fun being a dad than being a little bit cheesy. I mean, you love messing with your kids with that stuff. So, seeing him make Courtney twist in the wind there a little bit was kind of fun.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, definitely cool to see everybody kind of in the game finally and seeing how they look, and clearly this was a lesson to them that they need to learn to work together, and
for sure
Pat will be more involved in that aspect.
Well, I mean, things. Like you said, can you stop it from happening? I don't think so anymore. Right. It's the what is it? The bulls already out of the gate. Cat's out of the bag.
China shop is already, I don't know,
flying a kite. I don't know, but you know what I'm trying to say.
Sure.
Okay, but I am interested. He knows. You know.
I know well enough to agree with you, whether I know or not.
Good husband. All right. I did see that they focused in on that pen again, and Pat did not collect that from the mess of things that were in Courtney's room. So
true, and also I think that was the first mention that we had that they have the lantern but not the ring.
Yeah.
That's interesting to me.
But also good, because that's a really powerful weapon. I can't imagine giving that to any kid. So, but I would wonder, I mean,
and it may mean that, that Alan Scott is still out there somewhere.
Or it could mean that it was buried with whatever Green Lantern was there.
Sure,
so there's that too. But interesting. Love the little cute scenes between Barbara and good gravy boats. What is that kid's name? The stepbrother.
Punky.
Yeah.
I don't know what his name is.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Mike?
It
is, isn't it?
Maybe? Honestly, can't remember. Sorry. But cute to see them in there. And I guess nice of the writers to remember that there are two other parts of the family that actually exist. So that's cool.
And considering the amount of time that Pat is probably going to be spending with Courtney and these kids, good for the other kid to have somebody to lean on. And
right.
But
so I also feel like we're seeing more cute family things because of the ending of this episode. Let's find out who they are.
Right.
So their families could be, we've met all of their families, so their families could be in danger shortly. So we'll have to see how that comes about.
We may find out next week when we are back here with yet another reaction to DC Universe's Stargirl. If you are interested in the full-length version of this reaction, if you did not here on YouTube see reaction to a scene that you were interested in. My sentence is going all over.
I was going to say,
I was trying to diagram it into my head, and it wasn't working out
No.
well. But if you're interested in that full reaction, you can find that on Patreon. The link is down in the description. Otherwise, be back here next time for the next episode. I don't know what the title of that episode is. I didn't peek. Didn't want to spoil myself.
Same.
But I'm definitely excited to be back here with you next time, and especially with Heidi.
Hey.
Because I like you.
I like you.
Let us know what you thought about this episode in the comments down below, and we'll talk to you about it down there. Until then, bye.